have the courage to seize it. We're going to take it. We're going to make it a current. We're going to bring this into a golden age like never seen before. Remember this, China wants to do it, Japan wants to do it, all of these countries want to do it. We have to produce massive amounts of energy if we're going to produce the new. If you look at some of the things that have been done and some of the things that we're going to do, but AI needs literally twice the electricity that's available now in our country. Can you imagine?
Going to a different economy. And we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in an ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher, And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction. So therefore, they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, we know the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto flat. We have meme coins moving up slightly. And guys, yes, the entertainment is here. CrowdStrike and Microsoft took down the globe. Yes, leaving the world behind. And we had Obama as the producer. And I had a friend beg me to do a Patreon video on Trump's speech. So I did do a Trump speech decoded in the Patreon. So I'll probably release it 3 to 4 hours after this video. But guys, that video is a must watch. And I'll get into Trump later on in the video. But guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates yesterday move up. We had the dollar move up. We know that's not good for markets. We have volume in crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $379 billion is coming down slightly. Guys, make sure you're paying attention to the repo on a daily basis during the week, because we know eventually this repo is going to end, and then they'll be going into bail-in bonds. We know they have to keep those safety nets in order to land us in this fourth industrial revolution. Now we have Donald Trump in the House this week for the Bitcoin conference. And if this does happen, it's going to put Bitcoin on the main stage. He's already put Bitcoin and crypto on the main stage, but this will definitely solidify, because we also have the Ethereum ETFs about to launch. I'm going to get into that later. But we have Trump going over the fourth industrial revolution without even saying it. Talking about AI. Talking about all the energy that is going to use. And don't forget the climate agenda. The climate agenda is burnt to the back burner when it comes to AI. But Trump speaks of the golden age. Remember, revelations just means to reveal a new age. And this is for the robots, algorithms, and drones. And what does he say? China, Japan, and all the other countries are doing it. Why? Because this is a plan. And remember, guys, it moves in phases. This president, whoever becomes president, is going to move us into this fourth industrial revolution. Whether it's Trump and Vance, or whether it's Kamala and RFK Jr., but definitely this president is going to bring on this digital economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about the spot Bitcoin ETFs. We have BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. We're all up on Friday. Now, we have Grayscale announces plans for a Bitcoin ETF spinoff. It'll have a new ETF, so the GPTC holders will hold spot Bitcoin ETF across 2 different funds. And getting over into a little crypto news, we have Ton blockchain surpass optimism to become the 10th largest blockchain by total value locked. And we know Telegram is helping a lot of that. And lastly, guys, we have the CBOE announces spot Ethereum ETFs will launch July 23rd. So if there's no hiccups, guys, they're going to launch this Tuesday. So we know we're going to get a slight pump. We're going to have Trump in the House and others. Then we know we're going to be pulling back because we have contracts expiring. But then, guys, we have open interest, and then the floodgates get to open. So therefore, we pump in August. We don't have to worry about the Fed in August. And then most likely in September, the Fed is going to cut, and that's going to give another boost. But again, guys, don't get caught up in the hype, because we know that distraction, that crisis is going to come. We can already see it being set up, and I put that in the Patreon video. If you buy the Patreons, make sure you don't miss it today. But we have 21 shares, Fidelity, Invesco Galaxy, VanEck, and Franklin that's going to launch. And we already know they've priced in a lot of the first inflows already in the number. And Bitcoin started off with about 11 and had a lot of inflows, but it launched that day and options didn't happen until later on. So I have a feeling that Ethereum options, where people are going to bet that it's going to be coming down. So don't forget, guys, the casino always is there. So I do see us getting a pump for a month and a half, but then pulling back, because once we get this new president, reality has to be brought in. They have to start cutting this budget. And with Basel III right around the corner, these small and medium-sized banks are going to get swallowed up. That means these small and medium-sized businesses are going to disappear, and that means we're going to have higher unemployment. But remember, the NWO causes the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. And that's the robots, algorithms, and drones paying each other with crypto, and the people sitting at home in the metaverse getting that free money. But little do they know, that money is programmable, telling you what, when, how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. Long COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.